Right. Welcome to session 2 of the Gauntlet Games Sentinel Comics RPG Starter Kit, which is being adapted from the Starter Kit for Sentinel Comics RPG, I'm Michael, pronouns he or him. I'll be GMing. If we want to go around, we can once again go in the order of characters on the screen: Wraith, Bunker, Tachyon, and Absolute.
I'm Brian, he, him, and I am playing Wraith.
I am Terry, he, they, and I am playing Bunker.
I am Brandon, he, him, and I am playing Tachyon.
I'm Jake, he, him, and I'm playing Absolute Zero.
Well, the first thing we'll do a recap. Though last week was like basically here's how the system. You had hero points last time. I believe everyone had 5.
Yes.
So what you get to do now, and I think since basically anytime a hero point's earned, it goes to literally everybody. Let me double check on the new character sheet because they have made that a whole lot. The place where you put the information. Is there a place for hero points?
Yes.
Yes, it's on the very first tab.
0 points to set you under hero.
Nice. And underneath it, what they have done is they have set it up so that you can basically put the rewards that you have. What happens is the hero points that you get each session, the next session, they turn into floating bonuses. But what you have to do first is split them up. They have to be split up into at least 2. So unless you've only got a single hero point. So like it's possible to do a +4 and a +1, for example, or you could go like if you have 5 of them, you could go 5 +1s. You could go a 3, a 1, and a 1, like however you want to split it up. And at some point, you can call those in and just justify, justify how like I knew about this from this other thing. I get help from such and such. So at the bottom where it says hero points rewards, you can choose how you want to split up those 5 points.
So we cash them in for rewards now,
Yep.
and then uncheck them.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I'm sure it makes sense with the programming, but I'm just kind of amazed that the other information that we had in the previous ones actually transferred over to the new character sheet, including their old hero point total.
They just probably just use the same names for the variables.
Yeah. I'm not a programmer, so it feels a little like magic. Witchcraft!
I am a programmer. It is magic.
Hey, but it's the magic of names.
It
really is.
I had to do. I was a tech writer for 2 years for a software security company. My job was to get the programmers to talk to me in a way that I could make regular people understand it. And
Yep.
good people,
I have to deal with
not
it.
my people.
Yeah, I work with a doc writer all the time on stuff.
All right. Let's roll.
Everyone got theirs split up. At any point during it, you can just call it in. If an extra 1 to 4 is going to help, you can go ahead and pop that on to take care of whatever you need. So, do you want to do an overview of what happened last session?
I would like one.
Sure.
My memory's not often that great.
All right. We initially started off with how we were each helping the city and rebuilding Megapolis, and then from there we found some little spider-like robots, and then all of a sudden a bunch of them came out of the ground, and from there we were
Burst
able
in on us.
to defeat them and determine where the source was for them. Got a call from
The Argent Adept.
the Argent Adept, and he ended up going silent on the other end, so we rushed over to try and save him, and encountered the mothership and a bunch more of the smaller spider-like things.
Is that the thing I flashed?
Some of them had taken, who were kind of taking apart this sort of world tree thing in the middle of Megalopolis, and they had taken human hostages. And in the wake of that, the Argent Adept said that he thought that there was a collapse of various dimensions occurred that had happened because of all of the energies used in the various catastrophes in and around Megalopolis.
Right. Did we confirm that the spider things were extra dimensional?
Not yet. We did, however, manage to get hold of the brain case of the what we'll call the mothership,
Yeah.
more or less intact, and it's all wired up in my lab.
Cool.
Trying to pump it drive information about where the heck it came from and who or what might be responsible for this.
Okay.
So that's where we left things.
Yep. One of the things there, Argent Adept was hurt pretty bad. He was like basically run under by a bunch of the spider bots.
Yeah.
And such had taken over him. He was sitting there trying to protect the tree, but ran to a point. So got like the ambulance and stuff shows up for him, and he just kind of stirs a little bit. And had them come over me, and he just kind of laughs for a moment. He goes, "Fought against Oblivion. I helped defeat Asha from doing the Earth to something devoid of human life, and almost got killed by tons of spider bots. Almost embarrassing."
They were pretty badass spider bots, actually. I mean, take a look at this. This is doped titanium. These things are made of. Somebody's went to a lot of trouble.
Yeah, some of them are armored as well as I am.
That's
No, but they have more joints than you are. Thank goodness. So it makes them more vulnerable. But never mind that. You mentioned something about dimensions, that you thought that there was a dimensional overlay or collapse or something.
mystically. I mean, the tree coming through. Very strange side effect of what happened with Oblivion, and dimensions themselves seem to have been. Most of them have been restored since his destruction of a great many of them, but some of them are not quite back in the right place. We're doing what we could to help the remaining Prime Wardens and I. Did what we could, but there's not a lot of us. He just kind of looks at these. He goes, those things were not. Weird that they're robotic. You don't normally see that in. I guess they came from another dimension. Everything else we faced was magic.
Well, or whatever Akasha Buddha is, right? I don't know what that I don't know what that entity qualifies as.
Great spirit of the earth.
Yeah.
One that had quite a bit of us.
We managed to get what looks like the brain case of this the big mothership intact, and we're going to run it through the lab and see if we can find out anything about where it came from or who was responsible. But any hints that you can give from mystic energies would be helpful.
If it was a spell or magic or a demon or something along those lines, I would be able to just unfurl a ton of knowledge at you. But this is very much, it kind of specifically looks at like Bunker and Tachyon. And I mean, technically, because yeah, Wraith makes a lot of her own stuff, right?
She does.
Yeah, you're kind of all, yeah, you're all technical heroes in one sense or another. Because this is very much.
We kind of are.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way, but
I mean, honestly,
yeah, we're all techies.
Yeah, Legacy is the only one.
Yeah,
from
Legacy.
That's not. Everyone else is like tech stuff in one.
I mean, that's why Unity came to turn with us, right? It is because we're the techiest group of heroes around.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
He goes, this. If I found this, if I managed to defeat that by myself, which is unlikely, I'd have been bringing this to you. But I'll make a deal.
Okay.
You find me a spell, and I will tell you what I know about it next time.
You going to be all right?
Yeah, and they're kind of getting him ready to take to the hospital. He goes, yeah, I'm just going to rest for a bit and probably get rehydrated.
Is that how it works?
He goes,
Magic works on water. All right, laboratory.
Well, we know it's not magical.
I take the device, scoot to the laboratory, hook it up, and then come back. Sorry, what did I miss?
Just says compiling.
As much as you usually do.
Computer's going to take a little while to, to drill down into what this thing has for a hard drive and try to extract information. It's probably encrypted all to hell. These things usually take a little bit of time, but we can talk.
So
you might have anything that you're thinking about doing?
So,
Sorry.
What is this? What is it with this tree? What is the
No one
tree?
quite knows. It appeared after the Oblivion event.
Yeah.
And has been there, and it's a source of magic. And then Terry, you were saying something?
Sorry.
I was just going to say, I know you're analyzing the big brain in there, but we still have all these little ones.
Oh, yeah. Well. Sure. Anything you can find out. Here's a question. What the heck were they doing with this tree? Those little harvester bots.
Yeah. What was their interest in that tree? We should find that out.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's see what they did to it. I mean, were they drilling holes in it? Were they, sucking juice out?
Yeah. So I think we would want to go to
work might be helpful here. Hint.
Do a little bit of investigating.
Yeah. I would say the tree itself, it's not kind of hard to see because it wasn't particularly subtle. But some of them were drilling into it. They were there's actually a few of them you're actually able to pull out of some holes they've created. Now this tree's enormous. It's about the size of several skyscrapers, and stuff goes over many city blocks. But there's some you can actually reach into the holes and pull out some of the spider bots that had tried to drill their way in. There's some branches that they've been cutting through. It looks like they're basically trying to bore into it, almost like the beetles that end up kind of getting into and destroying trees. Destruction seemed to be their main purpose.
So they were trying to kill it. Is that what you're saying?
Seemed like it.
Yeah. It doesn't look like, so that it didn't look like they're trying to collect anything.
Not that you could see.
Okay.
And there was nothing they had. The only thing they had was as far as some of the people that they used for shields. But they weren't like, none of them you found were leaving the tree with any sort of.
Also, look at these things. They've got no storage tanks or anything. They're just like little drill buds.
Yeah.
So do we think the destruction of the tree was the goal itself, or did they just know that it was something we would defend and they were distracting us?
No, it's got to have been their goal. There are a million other ways. They could have distracted us much better just by threatening populace.
Yeah.
Why go after the tree?
Was there anything in common with the people that were up there for defense, or were they just kind of random people?
Yeah, you sort of check around. The people that were there, because you've got some businesses, very few of which still have them. A couple of them had the buildings up. There's some people from there. A lot of construction work were down there working. You've got some first responders who are still working on getting stuff up. But I mean, largely construction crews.
Yeah,
A lot of it was down there.
Whoever would happen to be there.
Okay, so it was mostly just who was in the general vicinity, not like any more linking traits than that.
Mm-mm.
Out of curiosity, was the tree fully rooted when we got there, or did it look a little?
The tree had actually been there. I think I forgot to. This is one of those things I forgot. Double check. Yeah, the tree had appeared after the Oblivion event.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So it has been more settled.
Oh yeah, it's just it was just there, like it's always been, as if it had always been there.
Now, you may not have spoken with specifically about it, but the fact that they called it the Akash Flora, Akash was the name of basically a mystic villain. It was kind of more the Prime Warden's thing, but a giant. And there's you've probably fought a few offshoots of the main one. But the name is the same. Doesn't mean it's the same thing or connected to it, but likely that it was a thing that hit hard, and when it almost godlike, it was.
All right. Well, my computer will ding when there's something to look at.
Are there reports from anywhere else in the city that where these things were?
Beep, 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 beep.
You call around a bit, and the police are also able to let you know, because you've also got people hooked in. Actually, Wraith, do you have like would she have like networks set up, monitor things?
Sure.
I mean, yeah, I would think so.
If you want to do an overcome, actually, you can. There might be some stuff you can find out. I would say the police and stuff let you know that there's not a tons happened there.
Would this count as a principle of the detective? Is there hidden information, I guess, is the key?
It's possible.
That would, okay. I guess this would be...
Eric, is Bunker someone that has like stuff set up throughout the city, or is he mostly military?
Mostly military, but he does have the satellite system.
Ooh, okay. Actually, we may have you do something with that then. The information we get from.
This would be better if I had a chance to heal first.
Oh, actually, yeah. During this, during the montage scene, you're able to then take your stuff up to the next one up.
Yeah.
The highest of the next level up.
And I'm down to red, so I can take a minor twist. Mm-hmm. I could take a minor twist to get all the way back up, which I think would be a good idea.
And your character sheet actually should have some suggestions for minor twists. What are they?
Well, it has suggestions for when you're overcoming with your principles. Are there suggestions for minor twists outside of that?
Oh, okay. That's might be what I was thinking of. Yeah, let me get you a.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any like examples of minor twists other than those.
I moved those last time. Yeah, we'll probably take if you succeed, but not as well as planned. Like you'll be missing some information, which satellite coverage. If you succeed.
Okay, so we're the minor twist from my recovery. We're rolling it into this first action.
Yeah, sometimes that becomes like a minor twist going into the next scene. It might be that like if there's an environment that could take an action, it might have that when you.
Well, I'm busy sewing wounds shut while I'm scanning. Okay, and then let's see, and then we click there. That's right. And then, okay. So I use the max die because it's one of my principles, so that's a 10.
All right. Yeah, 10 is normally completely succeeds. In this case, because of the minor twist, there'll be some stuff going on. There's actually been in the stuff that's coming back as you're looking through a bunch of informants, a bunch of sensors and other things. There has been weird sensor readings, particularly out in the suburbs, that have been spiking up. The city itself has seemed. I mean, it's a weird thing to call it normal right now, considering all the stuff that's happened in it. But the biggest energy and other spikes happened like right where you're at right now. There is, however, in the suburbs, but it's jumping around or have jumped around. And you've got a lot of reports there from some of the people who got there, but you haven't quite been able to pin.
Let me see what this with the mothership brain has to say.
I'll be there soon. Bunker, I don't know if you wanted to help with. You'd also
I can. It basically, what it is for mine, I can flash back to preparing for this exact situation before the mission.
Okay.
That's my overcome.
Nice.
So I don't know if this would actually classify as an overcome for a principal tactician or not.
Would it work for what does the principal tactician say?
Well, that's what it is. Then so that's what I mean. That's what the network of satellites sort of is for that. Plus there's other stuff later on that it would do.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, you already had this stuff kind of prepped, satellites and track for various things.
Yeah. So, sorry. Missions no. Right. Just trying to remember how to roll that one. Principal tactician. All right, so I guess it would be intuition, I think, on this case. And veteran. What did we get?
That's a 4.
I don't know if I used the max die on that or not. So
yeah, if you use your
I do use my max die.
Yep.
Yeah, I do use my max die. So it's
everyone will get a second hero point. Yeah, so it will succeed, but with a minor twist.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you're sort of looking through the data you've got, because some of the things with Oblivion were, I mean, the extra-dimensional, because he was basically destroying dimensions as he came through, but some of it did go with magic. It actually coded some stuff to be looking out for it. Pick up some stuff on the satellite, but as you how would you actually check your satellite links? To, like, pop up inside the visor, Iron Man style, or to do something, or something that appears on the arm, or?
I'd probably do the Iron Man style.
Okay. And so as you're looking through, there's just this moment where you're like, tunk, 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 and you see let me get the down again. Yeah, I was right. Ravenwood, which is one of the suburbs of the city. You've got a place that quite a while ago you put a specific. You basically made sure you had satellites kind of always checking the ones that could speak, because that's where the Dreamer incident happened, where essentially someone who's now becoming a hero, possibly, had erupted into like this kind of a terrible villain because her powers kind of got way ahead of her and taking over. At this moment, right, not only there at her house, and actually what used to be her house, because she no longer lives there, there is a massive spike of magic happening, but as you sort of look at it, there's almost like something almost seems to glare through the thing at you, and you can see for a moment like this crystal with these orbs kind of going around it, and then there's like a weird shudder almost goes through your mind before it kind of blinks out.
Okay. So I'll project what I've seen to these guys
On it.
so that they can have an idea.
I'll check
exactly
the
what it
site
looks
out. I'll check the site out.
You're headed that way. What is everyone else doing?
I mean, I'm as fast as possible. I'll put everything down and jet over there. See if there's anything still there or a residual.
And what's everyone else doing?
Follow for backup, but obviously Tachyon's going to get there first.
So the rest of you are using like a helicopter, or how did we get you there last time?
VTOL.
Oh, VTOL?
It'd be, vertical takeoff and landing.
So basically, we'll probably get there about a turn after. Tachyon will get there to kind of check it out and action possibly, and then everyone else show up a turn later. So
quick reconnaissance.
The Dreamer's house. Where she used to live. Currently, you see the Visionary. The Visionary is actually the same person as the Dreamer, but from a different dimension, and had come here in order to specifically stop her from stop the younger her from becoming more villainous, and managed to actually stop her from becoming what she had been in. The Visionary is sort of up on top, and she's like holding back. All of these, they're about the size of like big German shepherds. They look kind of dragonish, but without wings. You've got like this like a purplish hue to their skin, and there's often like either red or black sort of like smoke coming out of their eyes as they are
like hellhounds.
Kind of like, so seem to be like attacking the home and her. She looks like she's in some bad shape.
I'm going to top speed buzz them, shockwave them for the purpose of boosting the Visionary. And yeah, this is quick insight. So lightning calculator, it ain't science. But it's, I'll use finesse and my green die. And I used the max die.
All right, so that gives her a +3. Yeah, as you kind of do there's a moment where they all kind of, some of them step back and seem a little surprised at this thing kind of buzzing through them. At which point, Absolute Zero, you get a voice in your mind. This is Visionary. Are you on your way?
Yes.
Tachyon's
Long
here.
time no see.
Yeah, long time. Tachyon's here. I'm barely able to hold them off. They've been drawn to the energy from the Dreamer event here, and if they manage to get through, the place here is much thinner between the Void and our world, and all of the damage that's been done has made that worse. They're trying to bring something through.
I don't like the sound of that.
I don't either, but I'm barely able to keep fighting them.
What kind of thing are they bringing through?
I'm not sure. Right now, the only thing I know is that whatever they're coming through is sending enough power into our world. The portal, I'm doing my best to keep the portal from stabilized and stop it so I can stop whatever it is coming through. Send a bunch of minions in. I've been doing my best, but...
Tachyon to team. Less talking.
Well, we're doing the comic book thing where like you can sometimes talk for.
No, I'm just
yeah.
concerned the Visionary is having to split her attention. Yeah,
We've got people here. I'm trying to keep the damage here to a minimum, and so that the people that are in the house don't get harmed. I've sealed them away, but I can't fight these things off forever.
Don't worry, we're on our way. We'll be there in a second. You want to punch it, right?
not a second. You can be there in about 45 and 2 seconds and a fraction. Typical Wraith driving.
And about that time, like the VTOL kind of shows up, and so
hey, cavalry's here.
Yeah, you've got the Illusionary Demons. While they're illusionary, they are doing cool stuff to the things that are around them. The one thing that she does says be careful about the people. This goes to everyone. She goes, there's a lot of people in this suburb, or the people in the house. If they die, it's not worth their death. We about it. Because right now, until you have done something to actually save them, so this is a thing that you can do as far as overcomes. You'll have a -2 penalty for all attack and overcome actions, trying to not demolish this neighborhood. And the minor twist I took from Bunker's roll is, since you alerted them, there was one extra set of the demons there, and these things move very, very quickly. So run fast and kind of spring up and leap, and then claw or bite. And there are, like I said, she's been doing quite a bit to try to keep them off, but parts of the house, there's at least one window's been broken, and there's plenty of claw marks. This. I will throw you all onto the turn meter. Why is it not letting me? Roll 20 is doing that thing where occasionally it also likes to put stuff off the top. There is no environment in this one, though the turn counter will go up, but there's not an actual environment taking a turn here. So if you want to open up where you've got the little clock for the turn order, I'll throw the turn tracker at the very top. All right, what do you do?
Who's first?
I'll construct a wall of ice around the house to protect the surrounding neighborhood.
Well, it's a whole neighborhood, right? We're worried about not just a house.
Yeah, but we're in one house, so I'm building the wall around the house that we're going to be in.
All right, you going first? I would go ahead and make your roll. That would be enough. If you succeed, that will actually take the negative down by 1.
Yeah, just opening up my character so I can make my roll. That would be principal cold with. I'm gonna say creativity. And I'm green right now, so
It's going to be marvelous. Look how beautiful this is.
Yes. I have a creative idea. I think because I'm using principle of cold, that was I take my highest. Is that right? Let me take a look.
That also, I think, gives everybody a.
Yeah, everyone gets a hero point. So yeah, everyone take a hero point, and I've got 9.
Yeah, it just that wall kind of comes up. I love the fact that like people don't realize ice powered heroes are sort of terrifying if they create shields because it doesn't take a lot of ice to like stop bullets. You got a decent amount, like a couple inches thick. That's real like powerful stuff.
Yeah, if you have to stop a bullet.
I know whenever someone's firing at me, I like to leap in front of like a big thing of ice. Yeah, so at this point you have done basically it'll require a little bit more to save the rest of the neighborhood, but because what you have is so sturdy, I'm going to go ahead and count that for one of the two, and also normally it wouldn't necessarily reduce it, but that ice wall is going to keep that from like basically if you fire in that direction or something goes towards the house, it will probably be okay.
I'm confused as to where we are with regards to the house in the neighborhood.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just a real quick drawing. Let me move a few. So down below here, I will do a real quick
Down below here.
brushing.
Okay.
So you've got kind of house, the house sort of here. You've got another one next to it, another one there, that across the street. Put this in a cul-de-sac. So that's basically the street that Curiosity.
Sorry, where's here?
Oh, on the bottom right, if you kind of go down to the bottom right.
Of the
Of the screen. So
Of
like
the
the place. What?
So yeah, just below the combatants.
yeah, I don't see anything.
There's squares.
Yeah.
Those like 5 squares.
5 squares.
So yeah, if you basically go to the lower left, and if you can see about half of it, you'll see like a couple cars.
Sorry, 7 squares.
Okay, I see now. Yeah.
Let's throw a couple cars in here. This is one of those movie sets where they went and got the one company to like all their cars are the same. So there's you look closely and say, wait a minute, those are all the same model. Because that's the dealership had down the road. And also, let me just do this to show. Actually, change it real quick. Blue. So, do it right. So essentially, here's the ice shield. It's over it, and the demons themselves are some of them have actually retreated up onto the roots and such around. Let me, because I did not grab a picture of them. I'll do that real quick. Snipping tool, which is the best. that made a huge difference once I found out that was. Copy this.
Snipping tool is amazing.
Especially, there was some things I was taking apart with Photoshop, and that was like that. That was a problem sometimes. That could be a little more than I needed to do. Okay, that's generally what they look like. Make them small. I'll kind of put them in some groups. Once they got buzzed, they essentially brushed in those areas. If you want, what we can do here is also do background. Oh, those are actually option tokens. If you want to kind of put where you're at in reference to them.
So the little monster things are not inside the house?
No, these ones are not inside the house.
Okay.
They've been attacking on the outside, and she's been doing her best to keep them away.
Oh, but they are attacking the house.
Yeah, basically, that's the house they were attacking. She's been kind of keeping them away. As Tachyon buzzed them, they kind of flipped out there, and then you created the shield around it. So yeah, all of you should be able to, if you want, move your stuff if we want to have it like where you are roughly. And actually, the stuff you need to look at, yeah, except for just the reminding if you've got like the -1 right now, the other bonuses or hinders you get. Nope, absolute zero. Who did you want to pass it on to?
Does anyone want to do anything before we pass it on to the little gremlins?
But I also think, does that mean everybody has 3 hero points now from, because you also use your principle of cold? So everyone should have 3 hero points from the overcomes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Can't spend them yet, so write them up later.
So does anyone want to do anything before I hand it off to the bad guys?
Well,
I mean, is it worth trying to reduce their numbers before we hand it over to them?
Generally.
that or
Well, you'd be handing it off to a single group of 2, and not like the full. It wouldn't be like they all go.
They could go through they could all go if they want to, but
Yeah. Or somebody could boost me and I could try to.
crowd control. They're not really crowded right now.
They're not crowded. So
Could try and get a couple crowded and then go for a crowd control thing.
I would say right now you can probably get 2 groups of 2, or with the crowd your kind of crowd control stuff.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm. That might be worth it. What do we know? What size they are? Like, are they D6?
They're German Shepherd size.
Yeah, like a little bigger than like a German Shepherd.
Oh, I meant as far as like.
They're illusory creatures. Can you tell?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
are
sorry.
they like-
Yeah,
Let's look through our book.
yeah. If
Of
it's
illusory
6s.
hellhounds
Yeah,
and see.
they're all 6s.
Okay.
I mean, I'm willing
Decide.
to try to boost Tachyon with my action before doing the AoE. Seems like a good way to go.
All right. I'll hand off to Wraith.
All right, Wraith, you got it.
Give me something that'll let me buzz them without shattering all the windows.
Go at Mach 0.99.
No. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think
few flashbang grenades.
Yeah, I'm
to disrupt the.
This is me, hurting. This is sheepdog Wraith swinging
Gotcha.
around on a grappling hook, trying to arrange them, away from the houses and whatnot. in a cluster that you can then
Get them to come at me.
go for. Yeah. So what is this? That's probably agility and
just fire some of your razor things in their direction, and they'll come for you. I don't think it counts as sheepdog if they're dogs. Maybe you're a sheep.
Oh, shepherd dogs. Shepherd dogs will try to. So you know.
Yeah, I get you.
What would this be? I guess just fitness, because I'm just trying to
stay one step ahead.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Okay.
What'd you get?
Got a 7. It looks like
7.
All right, so that's an overcome.
No,
that's a boost.
Oh, boost.
Plus 2.
Right.
And I'll hand it over to Tachyon.
Okay. I'll
You have a +1 total.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to go hypersonic because of Windows. But what I will do is these things are they're not exactly material, right?
They, for all intents and purposes, yeah, they are. I mean, they're illusionary, and like illusionary is kind of the wrong thing for them. They are real, they're magical, but they're not real in the sense that like they have any sort of outward agency beyond what they've been granted by whatever's powering them.
Got you. Okay, but they're material enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're absolutely material.
They're material enough that I can So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot off about a mile and then come back and pile driver them.
Okay.
If they're up in the air fighting, it shouldn't do too much damage to the locale. Okay, so that is speed, science, green, and roll. And so that's so I'm attacking them all with the min die +1, so that's a 5.
Okay, and this is the area of effect.
Hmm?
This is the area of effect one.
Yes.
Okay. So 5.
And then hinder them with then if memory serves, yes, hinder them with the mid die, so they get.
You want to do are you hindering the same ones you hit, or does it have to be the same ones you hit, or do you want to hinder some of the other ones?
It says hinder each target. Use your min die to attack multiple targets. Hinder each target with your mid die.
Okay, so yeah, it hits those.
So yeah, this is. I'm going literally right, through them at hyperspeed, and the wake is flinging them every which way.
Yeah. So in this case, we'll say these two. You completely take out those two groups.
Okay, I'll hand off to one of the other groups then.
Okay. So why don't we go with the groups the one that's closest to Wraith sort of turns and leaps across, and you have 2 of them like scrambling and fighting at you. One of them is distracting you. The first one's going to be the boost. Oh shit. So you take 7 points of damage.
Ouch. Is there? I don't think there's anything you can do about that, right? I just take that damage.
Yep.
You can take a minor twist to do an emergency reaction. Hit the deck.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that to do defense. To do defense.
I'll just take it, I guess. That's fine.
Okay. They're then gonna. Oh, that was actually. Well, that was Tachyon. They're gonna. We'll actually have one of them. That is. Yes, it's Tachyon. Oh yeah, you went all the way through. The one that came closest to ends up doing the same. The one's gonna. They try to rip and tear at you. Oh,
Yeah, they've got to come at me to do it. I'm going to react.
Okay. 7 points coming your way. But what's your reactive?
My it's I'm faster than they are. This is a straight reaction using speed.
Oh, for defense. I couldn't remember if yours was like an attack.
No, this is not defense. This is attack using speed.
Okay, that's
basically, right. I'm I can punch faster than they can jump at me. So I hit them as they hit one of them as they're coming in.
Oh, 10. Yeah, you're going to take out one of them.
10. Pow.
We'll say that you. Let me re-roll their dice then. How much damage? 1 point of damage. They are then going to pass it off to Bunker.
Recommend high dispersion. Bunker?
I need to check it out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I had to switch headsets and I was getting an echo on this one on my end, so I switched to it. So I am going to boost myself and actually, these guys are D6s?
Yep.
Yep.
And you've already taken it 4?
Yeah, there's 5 technically.
5 left? Okay.
Yeah, 5 of them are down, 5 still up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I guess. Oh, there's a group with only 1 left.
Yep, that's the one. There's only 1 left is the one over by Tachyon.
All right. I think I'm going to hit it with my cannon.
Open up.
Right cannon. Range combat. And that'll be
an 8.
It is 8.
Yep.
All right.
Pow.
The other one here is going to leap down, the last one to go. Leap down an absolute 0. This is the first one's a boost. Second one's the attack, so you're looking at 4 points of damage. As the 2 of them leap down and start to tear at you. Then it's going to move forward 1 on the die. And they are then, turn trackers to the top. They're going to pass it off to themselves. Wraith, the one that was kind of with you, going to leap over towards Bunker. For a total of, I think it's 7 points of damage. As they do like a leap from the house and start like grab onto like one of them like grabs onto your arm, and the other one like goes in to try to rip and tear at you. Because there's only 2 of them left, they're then gonna take theirs to the only other one of them. And once again, absolute 0. You got, I think, 4 points as they continue to like nip and tear at you.
You're muted.
And then
I was. I think that's enough. I switched to zones. Thank you. I thank the.
Finally.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And so now I trigger my modular realignment, and so now I'm going to go and boost Tachyon with cold. The one that's on me, it hits my armor, and it like some of the like cold that's circulating through my system just erupts out at him, and just like makes it like kind of like hinders him and puts him like as an easy target. So boost using cold. Basically, we were doing that by just rolling my whole thing and taking what the cold one was.
Yeah,
right?
if it said you can just make a normal roll. We just worry about the cold.
I'm a cold die.
9.
Nine.
That boost is gonna be a 3.
Nice. Actually, I'm gonna say what it did was it just kind of like stunned them a little bit, so that they're a little like taken aback.
I will have them pass that on to Wraith, or I'm sorry, to Bunker.
well, that was okay. Okay.
That was Absolute Zero's reaction.
Right. That was his reaction.
So,
All right. So
Shake that one off.
yeah. So we got some in front of me here. I will just attack one again. I'm assuming that they're right beside me this time.
Mhm.
So, all right.
Punch. Robot punch. I know you're not a
It
robot.
is. It's got that.
Hey, that looks like a 5.
It's a 5.
-1 is a 4. And
all right.
pegged
So
him.
what happens to the poor one that you hit?
Well, I'm trying to be as careful as possible, so I actually grab a hold of him and then I just punch him,
Okay.
so that he doesn't actually get pounded anywhere or anything like that. Being as careful as possible.
All right. Yeah, the one, and then as it kind of hit it, kind of like just falls and it hits the ground. It sort of starts to like see it start to fade away. Who do you want to pass it off to?
You're nicely boosted, so I'll pass it off to you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So these two are stunned. I'm gonna charge her up to them and bang him, and just bang them together at speed. So speed and close combat, and me. And the damage is just using the min die, unfortunately, but it's but I'm boosted 3.
I think it was a plus.
2.
Two,
It
okay.
was plus 3, but then the -1.
So those are their 3s, and they're hindered with a 6.
Okay, and that's hitting those ones near you.
Yep. Good enough.
Those 2 go away. Passing it off to.
I'll give it to Ray.
Right. Well, we just got
Use
one
your
left.
little razor gun thing. I love that.
I'm just gonna try to fill it with throwing knives.
No, all right. Fine, throwing knives. I like the shooter better. It's
I'm gonna
yes.
throwing knife their asses.
Let's see. I guess they'll probably end up dead, but I will be swinging around on my grappling hook, and I will what penalty?
You're going to explain to the people
I
what
guess-
all the marks on the gutters are for.
I will be hindering them with my min die, I suppose. So that if I somehow they survive this, they'll be tied up a bit. So we can finish them off. Okay, so throwing knives, ranged combat. Yes.
Looks like a 7 minus 1 is a 6.
All right, yeah, just hit it with the throwing knives. Kind of, and then just you see it slowly start to sort of fade from existence. Visionary kind of slumps a bit in front of the house where she's been. You can kind of see through the ice a little bit.
She's inside.
There.
She's inside the bubble.
Do you ever consider? I had her on the roof of the thing.
Okay, yeah, she's on the roof. I help her down.
She looks just exhausted. She's like, "Thank you. There was so many of them."
I get her.
For one person to
I give her a soda.
I get the ice pack.
I give her a soda that I got at the convenience store down the street. I left money on the counter.
I carry a lot of cash in my superhero uniform.
I
Also
always carry a
2020.
couple bucks in case I need to get a drink. It's just money. People see money appear and a soda disappear.
Yeah, she kind of looks around and she's just like, this place is the epicenter. Whatever's coming through. Everything was made weaker when the version of me here went through. When she awoken.
That must have been freaky.
Not as bad as it was in my original timeline.
Dimensions, you can have them.
Thought I'd be messing with them this much. And at this point, you do kind of see like people start to like poke their heads out of windows, or like they open up the blinds and looking through like around the neighborhood. But it's relatively. At one point, there was one car that got hit. Like it was one of the things like bounced off it. Whoop 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 whoop. And you hear. Cluck, cluck, cluck.
I'm just like, dang it, almost
Folks,
perfect.
Emergency seems to be over, folks. Just take care for a little while here and report anything unusual that happens.
Besides 4 people in suits standing in the middle of your street.
But everybody knows who you are.
That doesn't count. We're talking here. Besides, they can see we're the Freedom Five. Although Visionary gets all the credit for holding him back for all by herself. Christ. All right. That was weird. Now what?
So you mentioned something coming through. Any more information on that?
Yeah, the Void Heart is trying to make its way through. The Void itself is... It's difficult to explain. It's a realm that exists of fragments of ideas and what people... If it makes its way into this world, it's not going to kill every being alive. Many of them are going to die in the destruction. Bane are going to be in a nightmare realm that doesn't make any physical sense.
That sounds like something we should stop. How should we go about doing that?
Doesn't sound like the problem is here.
The problem's not here. The portal itself has to be made stable enough that if you go into it, you'll come out. So I can hold the portal open, but void heart in there has to be.
What? So the void heart, is it? Does it have physical substance at all, or is it just ideas?
Void hearts tend to be crystal power of some sort along with it. It always has a physical nature. Everything in the void is physical, but it just doesn't always follow the rules of physics. All the things that we expect, they don't always go along with it.
Doesn't follow the rules of physics, I say. Great. I've always been a big fan of physics. Physics has been good to me.
Yeah, physics has been really bad to me.
What? You're walking, talking physics, or at least thermodynamics. Okay. So the portal's here?
Yes, it's here in this area. This is the place where it's thinnest. The damage that was done here to the void, where my power is directly connected. They're trying to get through back where she.
So we'd have to go through here. And
Are
you
you
don't
in
seem
any
like you don't seem like you're in great shape to come along.
Because I can't hold the portal open from it. I can hold it from out here, and I can bar anything from coming through. But if we're going to keep it stable,
Okay. Well, I guess that's it's pretty clear what we got to do, guys. Anybody have any last minute prep they want to do? This is it.
You guys can already see me heading towards the portal.
No, don't go in the portal yet.
You guys
she,
are not
she,
there.
she just goes, "Wait, stop! I need to make sure it's okay."
Yeah, no. The tachyon gets in your way, and there is.
Got to be stabilized first.
It's like, wait, A, it's not stabilized. B, somebody else might want to take something with them or do some other prep. For all we know, we get separated in a place like that, and we can't find each other. What's going on with you?
Wraith is
Anybody
sewing up
besides
more
me
wounds
flying
in
off
the
the handle
background.
is my job. It's not yours. What's the matter with you?
Oh, gonna have to gather some mini probes, basically. Like
I'm gonna go get a for what it's worth. I'm going to go get an instrumentation kit. So that cause makes me feel better. Might be useful. Who knows? Can I pick you up anything?
No, I'm good. I fixed the things that were spewing cold air from the previous fight because I figured now's about a good time.
some kind of
Okay.
probing network, just so that I can try and get tactical advantages for us.
You want to bring some drones through? Sounds like that's what you'd need, right? We can send them out to scout.
That's a possibility.
I'll pick up 4 Mark III utility drones. That sound about right? They're small.
Yeah.
Okay, be right back.
If that's a possibility.
Well, yeah,
By the way, is this the time in which we heal up?
we got a whole stack. We got a whole stack of them.
Okay.
So I'll jet off. I'll pick up a basic sort of miniature field kit of scientific instruments for what they're worth, and a few little flying scout drones that Bunker has deployed before, and when we're going into uncertain places, And nobody else has asked for anything else. And I'll get a bite to eat on my way there and back. Some hamburgers, I think. We'll bring a bag of burgers. What the hell? You never know. They probably no snacks where we're going.
I attached the snacks that I brought to my snack intake module so that I can eat something.
And for
Right.
snack intake module.
Burgers and fries, if anybody wants them. Here are your drones.
Thank you.
You can and I'll just I got the science kit in my fanny pack and we're ready to go.
Cool. As soon as you say that, I turn towards the portal.
Are we did Visionary say she was ready? I'll grab you again.
Yep.
Okay, Visionary, I guess we're ready.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. I was waiting for Brian was away for a moment.
What is with this charging through portals thing? Are you on something? Have you even
And quickly hide another module thing.
Are you sniffing helium-2 again?
No.
That's not.
I just figured I have an unstable molecular structure and it's unstable in there, so it might feel like home.
It might be, but that's why you've got your suit.
Exactly. So
you're wrapped up in a big tank of science. You're fine.
Exactly. What's the worst that could happen to me? And then I can come back with great information.
What's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst that could happen to all of us is we could get lost in some dimension where nothing makes any sense and be trapped in a nightmarish hell forever. But on the other hand, that might not happen. So.
And only one of us enters, and the rest get stuck behind because the portal's not stable.
We're not going to do that because we're not morons.
Right. We aren't morons.
Very smart superhero. Definite.
We are the smart ones. We're not the freaking intuitive ones, the magical, mystical people. We're the smart people. We're the ones. We're the science. We're the science heroes. We're the ones whose powers actually make sense, kind of.
One of my powers is literally intuition.
No, I don't mean that we're not, that we don't have intuition, but we're not all, oh, these are mysteries that cannot be explained. I cannot clarify that for one of your limited understanding. It's like, no, it's science.
Real quick. Get some dinner sent to me real quick because I realize I've not eaten since noon.
Told you.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, so she.
Time's up. Let's do this.
Yeah, she gets up, and then starts to like hold this portal that appears about 2 feet off the ground. And the thing it kind of like widens open. As it kind of widens open, you have like beyond it, you see like portions of streets like breaking off, and then up from it there is one that is headed at like a massively different angle. You have like these floating gardens you can see off in the background, but like the stuff that's growing from it doesn't actually appear. Abandoned ruins elsewhere, fields all of this, you're sort of looking through, and a lot of them are floating at like different angles to each other, but the gravity doesn't seem to be affecting any of them in the. They all seem to be centered upon their own, wherever they're at.
But there are bits and pieces, and each one is internally consistent, but they don't bear a good relationship to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Let's go down this street. At least it looks kind of solid.
As soon as you say that, I step into the portal.
Through.
Yep.
I'll go through.
Yep. I do anyway.
Cool. I start exploring, looking for something weird, out of place, crystalline object. More out of place than inorganic stuff growing.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily out of place. Yeah, let's just all reconnoiter the best we can, but stay in some kind of contact. Does the radios work here? Bip, bip, bip.
Yeah, you're still able to speak with each other. Is everyone sort of heading off on their own?
I'm gonna do my typical high-speed reconnaissance, but I'm going to maintain visual to the group. In a place like this, I don't trust going outside of visual range.
What's everyone else doing?
And I'm trying to remain as hidden as possible, but let them walk out and attract whatever is out here. And
Yeah, and I'm going out.
I can catch them by surprise.
Yeah, I'm trying to attract whatever's out there.
Come at me!
Pretty much.
I think to cover as much ground as possible, I will stay within visual as well, but that allows
Send out your drones.
Tachyon to be able to have a longer vision as well. And yeah, I will send it the drones to.
Actually, while we're all doing that, I construct a little ice shield for everyone.
I can't carry an ice shield. You know that.
I know, that's why I only made 2 other ones.
But I wanted to see you try to carry it. That's fun.
It really is.
No, it's got. Are you kidding? The amount of drag. It slowed me down to around 600 or 700 miles an hour.
But I really made this tower shield just for you.
It's got too much drag. I mean, my outfit's skin tight for a reason.
I know, but this one's shaped like a point. It's just a very large point.
You haven't studied what happens to superfluids at really high speeds.
You're right. I was hoping you would figure that one out for me.
Well,
anyway,
and every time
they
shatter. We've tried this before.
We have, and it's fun. Anyways, so everyone else can have a shield.
Are you high? You
ask me that on every adventure we go.
I would think that I would think that maybe this dimension was affecting you strangely, but we're doing it before.
All I'm saying is you gotta chill out sometimes. Just enjoy the flow. We all gotta be just so like sad.
You don't always have to go so fast.
Yes, I. What do you mean?
All right, so.
What are you trying to say by that? Okay, there's nothing over here if I can dignify this area with a direction, because it seems to be both to the left and down at the same time.
Yeah, it's big. You kind of like head through and then just trying to find the places you can kind of like sometimes leap or move from one of the bits that are going through to others.
Is it like traveling through space in between them? Do you just kind of free float?
A little bit until the gravity grabs you, but the thing is none of them are too far of a fall on there that it's that big of a problem.
Good.
And so in this case,
good, because not exactly any of us can fly.
Nah, but my character is okay with falling.
Actually, can any of you fly?
I can run up a building.
Nope.
But no.
Legacy can.
But Legacy can fly. Yes.
Yeah. The only
yes,
one.
but that would be not us. for the non-flying type part of the team.
I create ice stairs to go upwards if I want to.
Yeah, going
Right.
from one of these sort of like little like floating biomes onto another one on the side. There's a really weird moment between when you like kind of leave the realm of one and step into the other one, where like down changes, like hot and cold stuff changes immediately. Which I don't know. I don't know if you feel that as much as other people.
It's
My character, or
Yeah.
I think my character would feel it the most.
yeah. The problem is where you're going up the stairs, and then suddenly gravity is sideways. I'm just relying on momentum to carry me from one to another. That seems to work.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm grappling hooking from one to another. I guess if someone starts to float off, I will throw them a line.
Yeah, so you end up throwing me a line a lot. So
I'm kind of jumping, but I'm using the bots to actually kind of try and measure the way the direction is before I go.
Okay. We have as you're sort of heading through. There's a point bunker where what were you using again to get from area to area? Jumping.
Yeah, with the drones to tell me kind of how things are flowing.
Local gravity and atmospheric conditions.
As you land on one of them, and people are sort of like checking things out, like almost in front of you, you see what looks like legacy, but made sort of out of the same dark energy that you saw earlier. Essentially like appear out of the void itself. Sort of
the dark energy of the Hellhounds. That's what you're referring to.
Yeah, a very similar one to what they had. Just kind of looks at you and goes,
"Oh fuck, it's dark legacy."
Pretty far out of your wheelhouse, Bunk.
Well.
Yeah, well.
I was sent here to look for a heart.
You're talking to the wrong person.
That's a shame. Buck, what do you do?
That's Dark Legacy.
And so I will.
This might be time to module up.
Yeah. To do that. So I will do my boost myself using power suit, then change modes.
I'm actually I'll
my power suit's a 6 for the boost. And I will right now change into utility mode.
Right, so it boosts and then changes to utility mode?
Yeah, I can boost and then change modes.
All right. Are you now passing it off?
Yep.
Yep.
Who to? Got all of you, the Dark Legacy and the Void. It's
well, I'm thinking Absolute Zero seems to like it here.
Absolute Zero liked it here before he ever got a look at what here was. So I wouldn't.
I just want to go new places and do new things.
I love this place. So Is it being
Maybe.
passed off to me?
Yeah, because I think because you like it, you might be affected.
Okay, so I'm going to try and hinder him by throwing some vicious insults. I'm using my banter quality. As far as power, would intuition make the most sense for that?
Seems like it.
Yeah, maybe just kind of figuring out what might get this version of Legacy's.
Yeah, so
Like, it does it with the real Legacy.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's easy. You're gonna have to work on it. So intuition sounds just about right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see how this goes. So a 5.
All right, 5 is you're hindering.
Yep.
All right, -2. You just kind of like what do you say to him?
I say, hey, you don't look so good. You seem to have lost a lot of the color in your face. Are you like just not doing so hot?
Just kind of looks up and goes, "Is the real me as annoyed by you as I am?"
Yes.
Nah, he has a higher tolerance. You are a little
Touchy.
easy.
That's a good one. Good. I like that one.
All right, who are you passing it to?
All right, I pass it to. I'll pass it to Wraith.
What kind of boost did I get from my roll?
Oh, from what?
So
What did you mean?
it was a 6, right? So it was a plus.
What,
Yeah.
what
so
was
you
it?
get
Does
a
it
plus
say?
2.
Does it? What does it say? Boost using what die?
It was using my
Power
power
suit.
suit.
And what does it say when it says when you're changing modes? What does
Is
it
it
say?
what size?
It just says boost yourself using power suit. And
So you get
So
got
you
a
use
6.
the mid die then. Use the mid die, unless it specifically
Well,
says.
yeah. Let me check. Is it? It says boost using power suit. Is that its own thing? Where is it like a reaction,
Yep.
or is that
It's one of my abilities.
okay?
Yeah, but no, boost using power suit means boost using the power suit
Yeah,
ability.
yeah,
It
so
doesn't
the-
use the power suit die.
Yeah, it uses the
You use the
mid-die for
standard
that one.
mid die, unless something says otherwise.
Okay.
What was your mid die on that one?
So it was a 3, so he got a +1.
3.
+1. Actually, make it a little easier. All right, so you're passing it absolute 0, pass it on to Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I am.
This guy's tough. Bear in mind.
Yes. I don't have that many options at this point, though. So I am just going to. I'm going to be throwing a bunch of throwing knives at him. Hopefully those will hurt him, but it also will be distracting from the fact that my grappling hook is going to be wrapping around his ankle.
So this is a hindrance.
A hinder. Yeah, it's an attack with a hinder.
Do hindrances stack, or is it the biggest one?
The hindrance stack.
Okay.
It only does it if you have an exclusive one. Only one exclusive one can be on there.
Okay. Ooh, good one. That's an 8.
Yeah, so it's an 8 attack and then a 2 hinder.
Oh, okay. This is a special thing that lets you attack and hinder.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, as you strike him with the 8 attack, since he's still considered a minion, even with the high die, he kind of hits him, and he just sort of like disappears.
Oh.
But it kind of fades out as it strikes him because you rolled a 1 against your 8.
Jeez. Wow, it looks like his weak skin wasn't just a metaphor. It wasn't just a
No, these things are not. Okay,
figure of
they're not
speech.
very. No, it's like what Visionary said. These things aren't real.
Things are going to continue. So you pass it to the void or to Tachyon?
Yeah. Dark Legacy's not. Give it to the void.
See what it's doing.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. It's quiet for a moment, where everything is yeah, where you're kind of like wondering when something's going to happen. At which point, Tachyon, you are going to hear a swinging that you've heard quite a bit, but very often not like directly towards you. As a dark version, two things will happen actually. One, goes ahead by track goes ahead by one. A dark version of Wraith comes swinging in to attack you for.
I'm gonna hit him before he attacks.
Mm-hmm. Hit her before she.
Hit her, rather. Excuse me, before she attacks. And this is just speed. 6. Oof.
All right, we'll still hit.
Dodged anyway. Okay,
Now
and I took 4, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I took 4?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
That add turn being on top is a bad idea. The amount of times I go to click on it and I can't actually click add turn. I've got to like stuff. Then they move it past the Tachyon.
Okay, so the Dark Legacy's not to be seen right now.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to there's a logic to this place and I just have to figure it out. I am going to boost myself using Lightning Calculator and Mind Over Matter. Persuaded that if I this place may not work by the normal rules of physics, but it works by rules, because everything works by rules. I just have to figure out what they are. So double check something. Next die double. Okay. And I can use the max die because I'm using Insight. So I've got a +2.
So what's total?
I got a 6 altogether, so it's a +2.
All right. Yeah, this was an attack.
No, that was quick insight. It could have turned out to be an attack, but I couldn't. I didn't roll doubles, so I couldn't put it together quite enough to make it an attack. It's just a boost.
Oh, boost. Okay, so that's what, 8 total, or
no, it's a 6.
Oh yeah, your +2 was not for the.
No, sorry. It's
yeah.
I got a 6, which will boost me +2.
Gotcha. All right. New turn. Pass it to.
I'm gonna give it to Wraith. Should be the expert on what to do.
The expert on fighting Wraith, or on
yes,
uncovering hidden. Because it seems like there's got to be more going on. Maybe that
might have some idea about what's going on.
We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think principle of the detective might be my most useful thing here, to try and find any hidden information on what's going on here. just Wraith, she's so pretty. I'm reluctant to attack her.
Can't mess up that face.
Do you stare into the mirror much?
Well, like the mirror
every-
makes me stop.
So I guess this is an investigation.
Hmm?
All right. Let's see if I can. So it's a 7.
This is you're doing an overcome?
An overcome, yeah, to try and just see if
Okay.
there's something more hidden here than just
Okay.
this
Yes.
dark wraith.
So as you were like, and you said what was the thing that you're using for it?
Principle of the detectives.
Okay. So I'm gonna use here. I'm actually gonna do a thing to give you. The minor twist here will actually be it's kind of a bonus in this one because I'm going off of like the things that the void can do for its twists. You get a +1 boost for your next action because what you sort of realize is this place is not like there's almost a psychic wave hit you that you felt a few other times when like someone psychic has made contact. And it kind of like tickled the edges of your mind, but like a really sort of subtle way. If they're able to pull versions of all of you out of the void, chances are that's never going to stop. So while more and more of these might appear, you're never going to be able to stop them. So getting to the void heart is probably the thing that has to be done.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll just keep fighting shadows of ourselves if we don't find the void heart.
Figured as much. Thanks for confirming. Who's next?
Where are we at? Are we back at who?
Oh, right
Right
now,
now-
Wraith, this turn, Wraith
this
is gone.
This is the turn order. You're at top of the order, so nobody else is. Active.
Okay. Let's pass it back to Tachyon. You probably have the best chance at
Okay.
actually tracking this thing down.
I think I'm seeing a pattern here, and I'm going to try to follow it up. And so I'm going to following the pattern that I think I have, I'm going to try to go to its logical destination from where these things are emanating, because they're all coming from out of the void heart. And even though the angles and such doesn't make sense, there's still continuity there. And it's a little bit like relativistic physics or quantum mechanics. You can't explain it in words, but the math still works. And so I'm going to stop trying to perceive this as actual physical things, and I'm going to look past it to the patterns that are involved. And so I guess that's an overcome. And finally, I feel comfortable using science.
Weird science.
Well, no. I mean, it's,
Mhm.
This has its own, it's not our science, but it's science. And lightning calculator and green and principle of science. Bang.
You are boosted by
That's
2.
a set. I'm boosted by 2, so that's a 7, despite my crappy roll. And a hero point for everyone. I got something. Hang
we
on.
get a hero
I'm going
point
to.
on yours
I'm going
too?
to. I'm gonna hurt myself for a minor twist. I'm gonna push myself to and take some damage.
That was just, yeah. This is one of your things. Lets you boost it or not boost it, but one of the power minor twists.
I'm just suggesting a minor twist.
Yeah, that'll work.
The because I'll go hyperspeed, which hurts.
Okay.
I'll go up to the speed where relativistic effects start to happen, because that'll make all normal perceptions drop out, and I'll just start seeing the strings that are holding things together, and hopefully I can find one of them. But it hurts to go this fast.
Yeah, so as you go through what you do manage to discover is this place doesn't have a shape so much as a direction.
That's it. That's what I'm.
And what you're able to kind of do is like the heart is the center. Kind of when we tend to think of like ourselves, we point towards the heart. It's the center of something. You can kind of tell what direction it is. So of those, the general direction to go. It's just sort of at this point getting all of you there to the actual Void Heart. Who are you passing it off to? Yeah, Bunker, Absolute Zero, Dark Wraith, and the Void.
I'm going to go with Bunker. Triangulate on me. Triangulate on my position. Don't, and even though it may not make any sense, but this is the right path to take.
Okay.
So to lay that up so other people can follow it.
Okay, I can't attack in the form I'm in right now. If that's what you're asking me to do. But I can obviously move and do other stuff.
Yeah, well, no, that's
I didn't know if you're asking me to like light up the area or
no. I don't mean light it up like white phosphorus. No.
Okay.
No, I meant highlight it visually so that everybody else can follow.
Yep.
I can highlight.
You've got my tracker. Okay. It's it's to that fountain, to that weird little crystal garden, to that the thing that seems to be made out of intersecting blobs of water. To that, anyway, you can tell. Just follow me.
Yep.
We're going towards the center of this thing.
All right.
Even if I can't explain it any better than that. The math works.
Now, I use my link upgrade, and I still able to do what he's asking. What it will do is I boost myself using power 2. I create one bonus with my max die, one bonus with my mid die. The bonuses are persistent and exclusive.
Damn. I think you get to use up a whole bunch of bonuses. Like you get to spend them for stuff later on.
Yeah. So, no, I'm just asking if I can still move that way and do what he's.
Yeah, I think so. As far as your utility mode, is it?
Yeah.
If it doesn't specifically say, like, I don't think you're a turret at that point.
No, I'm not.
It shuts down your weapon systems, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Right. So then I will do that.
Yeah, you can do everything else but attack or hinder. So yeah, you're good.
figure out what happened to make the character sheet.
All right. Yeah, you get 2 bonuses. Sweet. Already got it. Oh, you also have the +1 from earlier.
Yeah, I would apply it to this roll, I
Yep.
would think,
Right.
right? Because it goes away anyway.
Yep.
Just trying to figure out. Oh, okay, you switched screens on me. So I was trying to figure out what happened. All right. Self-discipline. Oh, those aren't very good.
You got +1s.
Yeah.
So you've got a bonus. So one's a 5 and one's a 4.
Yeah, they're
So
both
those
plus,
are
they're
two-
both
two-
+2.
2 + 2 bonuses.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad as
Oh
I
no,
thought.
those bonuses that you save for yourself, or are they ones you give out?
They are.
They're for yourself.
Me, yeah.
It specifically boosts yourself because I think you get to spend. You basically get to spend bonuses. So like right now, you've got a permanent +2 set on there that's going to be there until the end of sort of action scene stuff. You can only use one of those at a time, but you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
That's all.
we have Absolute Zero, Dark Wraith, or the Void.
I think might be the void didn't seem to do too much last time.
It will this time.
Yeah. So just thinking because
Just go ahead.
yeah, we'll go with Dark Wraith this time.
Oh, just a second. I got a pizza here.
Most likely they'll end up passing it back to Absolute Zero anyway, but it's possible they won't.
All right, so you said you passed on the Dark Wraith.
Yeah.
Okay. That I screwed up whatever. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so Dark Wraith just got who just rocked Dark Wraith? Was that Tachyon?
Yes. Well, yeah, Dark Wraith did actually attack me
Okay.
and ducked my punch.
Yeah, Dark Wraith still sort of involved with you, and then strikes back for 5.
She's got to come after me, right? So I get to hit her again. I'm clearly focused on this. That's a 1.
Yep. And your thing is before she hits?
Yes.
Oh. Up on that one. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
definitionally faster than anybody.
Yep.
Anybody
Yep.
attacking me that has to actually move near me.
She moves it on to the Void. Void does 2 things. Moves it. Oops, that should have been 1. Okay. Moves it so that it is at edge of green. Then also near Absolute Zero, Dark Unity appears. And as she does so, One of her raptors appears sort of along with her. She sort of ends up creating one of those, and that passes it to absolute 0.
Okay, so have we determined we've determined the path to get to the heart? Okay,
Yeah,
so
there's an ionization trail.
while we're making our way to the heart, I'm going to be throwing up like frozen wall obstacles to slow down the Dark Unity as she's trying to pursue us. So I'm gonna do. I think it's shield. I think I can use shield. That's a defensive one. Does ice shield make sense here, where it's a defense, or would I want to be doing just a hinder roll?
No, you could do that as like a hinder. It makes sense to have.
Yeah,
it.
hinder, not a defense.
Okay.
Is using your action to protect yourself.
Cool. So I'm gonna go with cold. Would ranged combat make sense here, or no?
Yeah, but especially if you're dropping it while you're going.
All right, cool. In that case, that's that, and let's roll.
Ooh, a 9. Nice.
Yep, 9.
All right, so that is a plus. It's a -3.
-3 to the Dark Unity. And it's a new round, so you get to decide who starts.
All right, who would be best to start this round with? Because we're trying. We would want someone who could help us either A, get there faster, or B, protect us on the way there.
No one can get you there faster than me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's go with Tachyon.
Okay. For further progress towards the Void Heart, this is just more overcome, or all right. Okay. I'm starting to hurt, and I am super determined to do this. I am cooking off +2 hero bonus. I am overcome with science. It's a 9.
It's fully succeed.
Where did out come from?
Yeah, so
that's bizarre.
What?
I said, well, I clicked out instead of yellow. It's a D6. It can't be better than a 7.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you sort of head through and running kind of in that direction, you then find yourself. There is sort of coming through the void. There is this large, like purplish crystal, and around it there are these 2 orbs that are floating. And like as you kind of approach it, you can kind of feel like this inner thrumming. This is like essentially the heart of this entire realm.
Got it. Okay, folks, got it. It's going to be trouble. But I guess we knew that. There's a void heart, and there's a couple of orbs around it that seem to be, I don't know, helping it, protecting it. Don't know yet. Actually, I get the idea that one of them's already operating.
I have a crazy idea.
I doubt it. No, I mean, I doubt that it's crazy. I don't doubt that you have an idea.
Wait, were you gonna say, or you were just looking at the stuff I put down?
Yeah.
Right. That was Tachyon.
Okay.
That was start of turn, right?
That was start of turn. And Bunker, I think you're going to have to go turret, if you can.
I would say, like, at one point, like let him decide what he wants to do with his own character, though. I mean, everyone's still sort of learning this stuff.
No. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah,
I'm
I have
just
to be
trying
red to even go turret. So.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm not trying to tell you.
I think I have a good
I'm just trying to role play. All right. Zero, you're next.
All right. So now that we're getting closer and we can see the structure of the heart. You said it was like one big center thing surrounded by two glowing orbs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, one of them seems to be protecting it, and the other one seems to be making these dark things.
So I'm gonna switch my visor into thermal vision to see what the thermal energy is like coming from them.
Okay.
So
the funny thing is it seems to be pulling off waves of both very hot and very
nice. So I'm going to use some absorption, and I'm going to absorb their thermal dynamic energy. And so are we doing it? Is this an overcome roll that I'd be doing, or is this?
Are you doing it as an attack?
It
sounds like you might be thinking of doing it like an attack, which is essentially absorbing it by trying to make it weaker.
Yeah.
Or is it the overcome the void heart to what is it? Disable its special actions?
Yes, you can do that. You can do that.
Do like I'm trying to disable its ability to generate its special actions. Kind of just nullify it by taking its energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna make an argument that I'm overcoming it with the principle of dependency, because my suit is built to be able to do that kind of absorption, and I need to be able to use it's part of how I regulate my body. Yep. So I'm gonna do that, and it's made for use your max die. Okay, so that means I still do the same thing where I choose the two things that I'm using for that, and then just take the max die of it.
Yep.
And so that would be absorption, and I'm gonna say creativity. Okay. Cool. Let's see what we get.
Nailed it.
7. Oh wait, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. 10. Nailed it.
Yeah, as it hits it. So which one do you want to knock out?
Let me look at the map.
Top one.
Materialize and unmaterialized Dark Hero, or advance the Sea Tracker by 1 track.
I'm gonna go for the one that materializes a hero.
Okay. And who do you want to pass it off to?
Now that I've done that, does anyone have a preference who goes next?
Use your judgment.
All right, if no one has a preference, I'm gonna pass it off to, let's go with Wraith.
Well then, let's go after the silvery orb. Grappling hooks and throwing knives.
Your favorite.
Okay. I don't think I have any bonuses or penalties currently.
So that's a 6.
So it is a 6 attack, and then a 3 hinder.
Looks like your attack did
It will
something.
be a -1 hinder.
Yep.
All right, you knock it down to a die.
Good job.
You want to pass that off to?
Let's pass it off to Bunker.
Okay. I have to switch back modes now. So that's basically my go. So I get.
You get to automatically switch modes when the scene shifts.
Oh, do I?
I know. I'm trying to remember if you do, because if you do, the scene will shift before you go again into yellow.
Yeah. Okay. It's just I can't do anything.
I can't remember if that's one of your power.
I don't think it is. But I can't do it. Like I can't do any attacks in this mode that I'm
Gotcha.
in. So.
Oh, I forgot to mention, since I overcame with Principle of Dependency, we all get a hero point.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yep, I think we've maxed out on hero points now.
And so basically that's my boost myself using power suit, and then I change modes. So I will now change back to operations mode.
Okay.
And my boost is a 6. So what?
6 is a
+2.
plus 2. You got that persistent. That's a +3. Now, as I recall, is that +3 not persistent and
It is.
Oh, it's also persistent.
Yeah.
Right. So essentially, you've got a +3 you'll be able to use until you decide to like spend it for something that says spend your bonuses, and then you've got a 2 +2s.
Yeah. But both the. Sorry. Where'd you? Oh, the +3 I just got. You mean? So I just got a +3. That one's not persistent.
Oh, that one's not persistent. Okay. So
No.
that one, like next time you use it, that one will go away. But you do have 2.
Yeah.
The +2s can be stacked on top. One of the +2s can be stacked on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Who do you want to pass it over to?
You have a bunch of terrible choices.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck? Let's go with Dark Legacy this time.
Dark
Yeah,
Unity?
It's Void, Dark Unity, the Void Heart, Gold
Oh,
Orb, and the
sorry.
Silver Orb.
Sorry, Dark Legacies doesn't have that's gone. So let's go. Dark Unity, why not?
All right. So, Dark Unity. Ends up creating 2 more because of the -3 instead of 5 more minions. So, and her minions like leap out, and let's say, Tachyon, what did you just attack most recently?
I didn't. I found the orbs.
Oh, you found the orbs. Okay. Let's go with. I'll just do this 1, 2, 4. We'll go across the order. That's the one that will not be attacked by them as these ones leap out, start trying to chomp like little bits out of people. Wraith, you're the one who's safe, and we'll just go straight across the order. Jake's like, yeah, hit me. Oh, yeah. So bunker for 2, tachyon for 2, and absolute 0 for 4. As hers go like just like rushing out to attack folks.
Hang on. What the hell? Excuse me just a moment. So I pop it for 2.
Yep. Yeah, it's
around me
it's
and,
D4, so it doesn't matter.
And
yeah. We'll say because it did beat it. It did hit you for 2.
No, it didn't. But I didn't get it. You rolled a 4.
Oh yeah. Well, no, the D4 ends up going away. If it's a D4, it goes away anyway.
Oh, with any damage?
Oh, wait a minute.
No, you didn't roll.
No, but minions go down. They disappear if you win.
Yeah, I didn't win.
They go down 1 die if but they go down 1 die if you succeed. Lieutenants are the ones who, if you don't succeed, they don't go down.
Right, but in this case, I didn't succeed.
Yeah, but it ends up you destroy it, but not before it hits you.
Okay.
Okay. Dark Unity is going to pass it to the Void. The Void is 2 things. First, it's going to make it yellow, but then Dark Bunker and Dark Absolute 0 both appear. Object tokens.
I thought that my ability. I thought that I.
No, that's for the Void Heart. Can't bring in another one that's gone. This is the Void itself. As things get worse in the Void, basically as it goes from yellow to green to yellow to red, it summons in more because the Void is the one that actually summons in the first one.
Okay.
So the Void is also going to roll its dice. So you're now. We're now in yellow for everybody. Oddly shaped rock hits a random target. It'll be for 3, and it's as it falls from one of the local areas. So that's 4. So it's absolute 0. You get struck for 3.
How much do I get?
The what?
3.
How much do I get?
3.
3.
Okay, Dark Bunker and Absolute
so
0 will
close.
not get to go this turn, but they will be going on the next. They are then. Wish you could just make this. I'll go ahead and throw those up above. The Void Heart will then move it 1 more towards. And remember, if it goes off of the red, lose. Basically, like the scene ends with things going really bad.
Right.
Golden Orb will go first. It boosts all of the Dark Heroes with a +2. And then the -1 of the Silvery Orb, which has the -1. Oh, I put the +2 in the wrong place for that. It will end up giving a -1 hinder. Who was it that hit the silvery orb to hinder it?
Wraith.
Wraith?
Yep.
Wraith, it's going to give you a -1. Which I think, was that +1 you got after the last one, or was that before? Or did you use the +1 on the last attack? The last thing you did?
Where did I get a +1?
I just have a
Not aware.
+1.
Yeah, I think it was used.
Okay. Yeah, got a -1. That's the golden orb. That's the silvery orb. They're going to pass it back to the void. Void is once again, things move a little bit more into the yellow. It can now bring back 2. Then going to have Dark Wraith and Dark Legacy are once more brought in from the ether. They will not go this turn. Tracker all the way to the top. Legacy, Wraith, and they are then going to pass it to Absolute Dark 0. And Absolute 0, who are you affecting last?
The void heart.
Void
Yeah,
Heart
Void
itself?
Did the overcome?
Who else was closest to the Void Heart? Tachyon sort of found it.
I
Wraith?
think Wraith, because Wraith did the attack on
Yeah,
us.
Wraith did
Yeah,
the
it's
attack.
So the two of you are both attacked.
Yes.
Oh, both of you take 6 points of damage.
Woo!
And Absolute 0 turns from a D8 minion to a D6. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 8 points of damage. You have the +2. Yep.
As a reaction, I am defending with gadgets.
Okay. I think you just roll your gadget die.
So it's
3.
3.
All right, so that means you take 5 points of damage.
I just changed zones, so time to boost with cold. I'm gonna boost myself. Come on, character sheet, and so we'll just care about cold.
Nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, so boosting myself.
+3.
Nice.
All right. They're gonna take you to Dark Bunker. Dark Bunker is gonna be in defensive mode. I will just defensive. So he's gonna start raining some hell down on Tachyon.
Afraid of that.
But he's got a -2 attack, but he's got a +2 defense. 3 points of I'm sorry, 5 points of damage. He does have that +2 from the orb. Dark Episode 0 went before. Dark Wraith is not. They're then going to pass it to Bunker.
Okay. Bunker's gonna do a shot at the. What's that second one doing? It's boosting them.
Yeah, so the silvery orb is hindering you, and the golden orb is boosting.
Okay. I don't think that's affecting how much. What's determining them moving that tracker? Is that anything to do with
Moving the turn tracker? So 2 things happen with the turn tracker. One, the Void Heart itself has 2 abilities, one of which has been overcome. Like the Void Heart itself is no longer unmaterializing dark heroes, but it then also does advance the scene tracker by 1 tick. The golden or the void, when it goes, also automatically the environment automatically it's considered sort of start of turn as far as a turn tracker.
Okay.
We will move it, and sometimes twists will also move it ahead.
So I'm just going to hit the heart.
What are you going to do? Are you attacking?
I'm gonna
trying to
attack it with my cannon.
Okay.
So this gets a big bonus, huh?
Yeah. For the ones that we got with the hero points, do we have to specify those ahead of time, or?
No, you only have to specify the size. You can call them in whenever you want. If you it's one, I think you can call in one whenever, like one at a time, but you can use.
But
okay.
Okay, saying, can you do it after the roll?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I rolled.
Okay.
So we will combat, and I have the +3 for sure,
And you could throw another +2 if you wanted to.
yeah, let's just see what.
You've essentially got a +5 no matter what. And you can throw stuff on top of that.
So that's a 7 to 10. So yeah.
You've got a 12 right now with your exclusive and the one you just rolled, or the boost you got.
So yeah.
As your cannon hits it, like a chunk of it shatters off, and there's its glow kind of like for a second. It is now at a D10 instead of a D.
Good shooting.
I'm sure I got someone's attention.
We got its attention a long time ago, unfortunately. We're about to be buried in dark things.
Let's take a look and see who's left. Us and them. I will pass it off to the silvery orb.
Okay. Okay, silvery orb is going to throw its hinder. Basically, since you just struck the orb, it's got a 7. So it's throwing a hinder your way that is a -2. Which your +3 was used up. However, your exclusive persistence remained. I don't think it destroys it if it's not an exclusive. Silvery Orb is going to throw it onto Tachyon.
Okay. Oh, so it's hindering 2 people? Oh, no, just me.
No, it hindered as like lightning and such shot out of it to sort of lock up some of the systems of Bunker. Then it passes turn to Tachyon.
Okay, I understand. All right. We've still got. We got to knock the Void Heart down. Quick, I don't see a better thing to do. Zero? You have a better idea?
So for my turn, I'm definitely going to be doing an overcome, attack it with an overcome, so I can stop its ability to advance the clock as fast.
Well, the problem with the clock is we're getting buried and going to get buried in Dark Heroes. We're gonna. I'm going to get knocked out.
We only have 5 turns to work with. Probably.
We need to. If we can take it down 4 times.
But I don't think that. I think that. So how does it work? Basically, that the clock's going to advance once because of the turn, and then once because of the heart.
Yeah,
correct.
So we would only get like 2 turns to work with.
Right, but we need to knock it down 4 times. That's so 2 turns is enough. as long as we hit it with everything we've got. My problem is I'm not going to last.
Probably, yeah. In that case, that's probably the best way to do it.
Okay.
Is to just nuke it.
I'm going to, which that's what I'm going to, I don't have a choice.
How many of us do we have in this turn? All 4 of us?
Bunker's already gone.
Okay, so
I'm the only one who's
took
gone.
a chunk out.
So it's down to a D10. So we gotta go down to D.
So,
Yeah, it's just forest fire mode.
all right. Okay. I am in the red.
By the way, if someone goes out, just like the card game, you do have an out ability, which allows you to keep doing things each turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to what that seam where Bunker chopped off a piece. I'm going to get in there and hammer it, Lightspeed Barrage. And lightning calculator, close combat, and red. And let's see what the dice say. And I got a doubles. So I do damage with my max and min dice added together. 15 points of damage.
2 Void Heart?
To the Void Heart.
All right. That'll knock. Yeah. So how do you hit it?
It's a crystal. It's got cleavage planes, and I strike all the way up from the bottom of one cleavage plane all the way up to the top, in a series of about 300 or 400 shots.
All right.
Just like a jackhammer traveling right up the crystalline matrix.
Deep cracks start to appear in it. Pass it off to.
0.
All right, I'm gonna blast it. I'm just gonna use my freezer burn on it. So attack using cold. You take cold damage equal to your min die. So, sorry, I gotta keep pulling up my character sheet. So I'm gonna go cold, ranged combat, and I'm in yellow right now, so it's all the same. And we got, ooh. So fortunately, I've got a +3.
So 9?
Huh?
Wait, so you're using your mid or max?
Just gotta double check that. It is attack. So it just says attack using cold.
That means
and then
mid.
take.
So
that's the
5?
mid die. So it's a 5.
Oh,
Yep.
Going for shit.
Good enough.
All right, and then I
Best.
take 2 damage. 2 cold.
All right, who you passing it off to?
See, we've got. So we still have Bunker left, right? Oh no, sorry.
No,
that's
Bunker's
Bunker.
gone.
You got Wraith. It's basically
yeah.
Dark Wraith, Void Heart, Dark Unity, and the Golden Orb.
Pass into Wraith. Oh, by the way, does the +3 go to my damage to myself as well, or no?
No, it just goes to 1 die.
Okay.
I guess I will just attack the Void Heart from the shadows.
Sneaky. For this, in case.
No. Oh, and I took one more point of damage earlier because I had been hindered by the silver
Silver
orb. Just anyone who wants is keeping track. Okay, yeah, that's it. That is not great. I will spend my hero point, the +3 to that attack.
All right, so what's your total?
So that's a 5 attack.
I keep rolling ones. That Void Heart is in a D4. Basically, you attack it next turn. As long as you do more than 4, it's guaranteed. If you do less than 4, it'll depend on its die roll.
And then my minimum die is I defend with that until my next turn.
All right, so you have 1 defense.
Well, 1 defense.
All right. You should be passing it off with Dark Wraith, Void Heart, Dark Unity, or the Golden Orb.
I will hand it off to Dark Wraith.
As things are going to hit here, we've got Tachyon. You just knocked the shit out of it. So what it will then do, like basically Dark Wraith goes and it's got the throwing knives and a bunch of a large number of them come flying out in your way for 5 points. They are also going to hinder you with that for -2.
Got it.
Oh, no, yeah. That's what 0. Use your +3. They will then pass that off to Void Heart. Void Heart is going to move that 1 more towards red. Dark Unity will add 5 D4s as some more of those strike. They leap out. Each person will take sort of across the board as these little T-Rexes jump out. 1 point to Wraith, 5 to Bunker, Tachyon, and 2 to...
Reacting.
Sorry, what happens to me?
As Tachyon's, or sorry, Dark Unity's minions start leaping out.
Mm-hmm.
Did I smash it before it gets its jaws on me?
Yep. Manage to destroy it. And the final one, we'll roll first to see who it actually affects.
And that
Absolute 0 for 4 points.
That burns my -2.
Enough to flip me into my red.
Okay.
I used up my -2.
Nope, I'm 2 above red. Did you say another one hit me?
Yeah, for 4. This the second one hit you for 4.
What did the first one hit me for?
You're with the last one in the thing, 2 points.
Okay, I just hit red. So now I get to boost with cold.
Mm-hmm.
Close my character sheet. Cold, cool.
Michael, I expended my -2.
So I got a 4 on that. I'm going to give that to who has the most life right now? I'm at 10.
Probably Bunker.
All right, Bunker, take the bonus.
How much?
I rolled a 4 for my cold, so I
that's
think that's
2.
just +1, right? Or is that 2?
+2.
That's 2.
Ooh.
Bunker, you have another +2. I think you used up the -2 and the +2 both. Yeah, don't. Yeah, they would have evened each other out last time. I think it was last time. Anyway, those would at least go away. All right, they Well, then, turn tracker goes up. At this point, can you survive to do that last hit? Because chances are it's dead on this last one. They send it back to the void. Void moves it forward 1, and we are is it now in red? Oh, still in yellow. Yeah, basically everyone gets thrown around for this. Characters are going to get thrown around. Everyone's going to take mid damage. Gravity remains unstable for the beginning of the next environment turn. Everything's going to be a little bit wonky. Uh, 7 points to everyone. I'm also, because that saves all characters. This will also be for them.
I'm going to take a point of damage to react to defend because I'm in the red. When the gravity goes all funny. Okay, and I pick off 5 of that, so I take 2.
So, Voidheart, the Orb are the only ones not going to be affected by that. The rest of these are all minions, so actually, that may have screwed themselves to a large degree. Yeah, because I rolled 7 points. Yeah.
Yes.
7 was my mid.
Yeah, you see Tachyon do a desperate, gravity-defying move, running up the side of some structure to grab a cornice at the top before she falls off into nothingness.
All right, and then with its bringing stuff back in, it's going to also, they're not going to be able to act this turn, but Dark Bunker and Dark Legacy are going to pop back in. Dark Bunker, Dark Legacy. We currently have lost Dark Wraith, Dark Unity. And then, looking at what they've got, Silvery Orb, once again, shoots out stuff at Bunker. 6 gets you a -2. It'll make you even. Then they're going to pass it off to you. Oh, actually, that means you just have a +2 from one of your EPs.
So it doesn't do any damage, it's just hindering me?
Yep, just hindering you, and they pass it on to you.
Okay. So,
You also have the +2 from me.
yep.
No, that actually went away with the -2.
The hindered.
Hindered with.
No, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So he's got his persistent +2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
I also have my hero
kill
ones
it.
if I need them.
Kill
need
it.
them,
Kill
so.
it. Kill it.
I am.
No, I mean Tachyon's holding on for dear life.
I am going to
I'm gonna
use
have to
my
lose 0.
grenade launcher. So I get to attack with power suit. I can target 3 different targets. I can apply my max die to 1, my mid die to another, and my min die to the 3rd. So let's use my roll here. Each combat. Yellow. So
The big die is the one that matters.
yep.
Is it max die?
I get all 3.
Oh shit! Yeah, so
3 different targets.
yeah,
3 different targets, but I get all 3.
Grenade launcher.
Oh, which one is hitting the Void Heart? I'd make it the 7.
Yeah.
The 7's.
Yeah, I was
gonna
gonna say
say,
we'll go with the guaranteed 7.
Yeah,
To be fair, since you have a persistent +2, any of them work.
yeah. So as long as any of them is it. as it hits and it explodes.
Yeah.
Like the cracks that were already put in there go deeper and deeper, and then there's just this like dark energy starts to build up inside of it. And even the couple heroes that have been resurrected by the void itself, they just kind of hold themselves up, and then there's just like this massive explosion, and you find all of yourselves like being thrown like towards the portal that you.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you do? Out or?
I take in the scenery one last time.
Visionary said the Void Heart was the key. If we destroyed it, that was enough.
That was the thing that was supposed to be.
We gotta hope that was true. Let's get out.
I try and mental link up with the Visionary and be like, are we good?
Can you do that?
I'm sure the Visionary can
psychic?
sense my thoughts.
Well, she had sent one to you. You have to be actively reading.
Okay. So I shout out the portal then. Are we good?
Let's get out.
You got it! Come out quick!
Yeah, okay, cool. I drop my ice megaphone and then start bolting.
All right. Everyone else?
Yeah. Definitely getting out.
All right. You make your way back outside and kind of back out onto the grass. As like when the last of you passes, she just kind of, and then the void shrinks down, and there is like almost a weird, like subsonic thunk kind of hits you, kind of like standing close to like a large bass hit at a concert, and then suddenly it is once again extremely quiet in this suburb outside of Megalopolis. However, a lot of neighbors are now on the porches, just kind of craning their necks at all of you now fallen onto the ground.
Tachyon is lying on the grass, heaving, and just her breath heaving in and out of her, gasping. Oh Christ! That was close.
Actually, what was everyone's hit point levels at?
I was at a 3.
2.
17.
I was at 2, and only because I could do multiple reactions to defend against that last gravity thing.
Not 100% sure because those last two hits, those were not attacks. I'm guessing because
no, it was just damage.
Yeah. So then
getting turned
6.
inside out by gravity. Yeah.
6.
Oof.
Oh yeah. It's basically as she went up and slammed into stuff. And then she closes it. She then just kind of slumps a little bit. And she's like, "Whatever they're trying to bring forward, Void Heart, gone. That portion of the void is not going to exist for much longer."
Yeah. Side chatter. We were getting good thing too because we were about to get overwhelmed.
Miles, she's like, I'd have been completely lost if I tried to go in there by myself. There was no possible way I could have won.
Oh gosh, no. Geez, we just all together, we just brought that thing down, and we would have been another 15 seconds, we would have been buried. Oh.
I owe you a lot.
Who wants a milkshake?
Can I get a slushie?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Why not? We'll go to Irene's.
Thank you. I don't have a way to drink it, but I do like looking at it.
Do we cut to all of you at Irene's having milkshakes?
I burst out.
Yes.
I burst out laughing the way the Tachyon gets the giggles the way you can when you're absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, and borderline on death. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh God, when that gravity cut out, I thought I was done, because all of a sudden there was nothing but emptiness underneath me.
Yeah.
Yep, there were about 3 different things that I just assumed was the end for us.
Well, it's just like they always, they always taught us, like Legacy always taught us, it's like you keep fighting, and you don't give up just because it looks terrible.
Yeah,
I'll be
That
happy.
works
I'll be
terrible
happy
right
when he comes back from Neptune or wherever the hell he is.
Yeah.
Because I miss him.
Mm-hmm.
The Visionary just kind of takes a seat, grabs the milkshake, and
Hey,
like enough of it where then she just goes, "Oh God, oh, ow, 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 ow."
ooh,
ow.
the psychic ice cream headache.
What, brain freeze? I have that
Yeah.
all the time.
Mm-hmm. She just looks. She's like,
You like it? It doesn't count. Hey, I noticed something strange in the Void realm.
Hmm?
Well, there was a Dark Legacy and a Dark Bunker, Dark Wraith, and a Dark Absolute Zero, but there was no Dark Me. Maybe there isn't a Dark Me.
I think I.
That's an interesting thing. No, let me have this.
Oh, yeah. No, I was wasn't there one? I forgot to throw it in. So yeah.
Maybe there isn't a Dark Me. Maybe I am the Dark Me.
I was about to say, or you are the dark one.
I am.
We have lost the real
Bah.
Tachyon.
Yes, I am a deep cover agent, and I have you all fooled. And one day, you will all realize how much you've been taken in by my decade of selfless work on behalf of Megalopolis.
Oh, the looks on your faces for buying that crap. Right, and Bunker, are you there in your suit?
My clever plan to make you all esteem me.
No, I would have gotten out of my suit there.
Is everyone else in costume?
No, I'll go
I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
flip into civvies. Who? Episode 0? No.
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
No, you don't have a choice.
Wraith, are you in costume?
Actually,
Yes.
Don't be in costume.
this is something I do to feel a little bit more human. I have clothes that are a size too big for me, and I put it over the suit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like the thing where just sort of like the gigantic trench coat.
Yeah,
and, like,
or
the
I
hat,
always
the fit,
imagined.
and the
I always
big
imagined-
rocky hands still popping out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I always
exactly.
imagined Absolute Zero in coveralls.
Mm-hmm.
Over his containment suit. Because you need pockets, among other things.
Yeah, exactly.
Coveralls and maybe maybe like a cap.
Yeah, a detective's cap. For people with really big heads.
Oh,
Mary kind of pauses for a second. We're looking into what actually tried to make that breach. I mean, this and everything else that happens, I can't imagine they're not connected.
this is because how it's hard to imagine it's hard to see how they can be connected. They couldn't be any more different.
It could be after effects of Oblivion, but
Yeah, but
I want to be
that's just-
sure.
But
Multiverse
that's like saying, oh well, it's the multiverse. It doesn't explain much.
Yeah, but the multiverse has actually become more of a problem recently.
Which that's dimensions for you. Everything would just stay put. Life would be so much easier. But we did it. Woo! Nice shooting, Bunk. That first shot
Thanks.
really showed where the weakness of the crystal was.
All right, we look like that's probably a good place to call it for the evening.
Seems like it.
You want to do like wishes and
does.
stars? Because I will bring this up. I'm thinking about originally they were supposed to do like the starter kit because I wanted to see how they set up their encounters and stuff like that. I think we're doing some major rewrites, partly so it's less encounter. If y'all want to get some more into other things that are happening and some character stuff.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, I felt a little bit. I asked on Twitter too. I'm like, been a lot of times I did stuff with modules. Are they always like encounter? Talk about the next encounter. Encounter. Yeah, I was looking through. I'm like, there's not a lot of room for. It's like, but I also did a game with Cam Banks recently to test out some stuff for the new Cortex Prime coming out. So I won like
cool.
a little contest about a little character thing, and it was very much just it was much more mechanical and much less. I'm like, oh, there are people that play like this. Not what I usually do.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, my yeah, there are people. Yeah, I did when I ran using Marvel Heroic Role Playing. A lot of it was just RP, but there was always at least one. There was always one fight
Mhm.
because it's superheroes. Um,
All right, do I just want to do like some stars and wishes for like stuff you liked and stuff you would like to see happen next time?
um,
Hmm.
I liked the arguments that Tachyon and Episode Zero get into.
Yeah, I remember. So the first play session, I was just getting used to my character, and it felt like a really one-dimensional character at first. It was just like answer everything with ice, just ice everything. And so I was just like, I don't know what this character is even supposed to do in a non-combat role, but in this particular one, I was really trying to focus on a lot of the non-just attack everything kind of options.
Mhm.
And so that
And
was starting to get a lot more interesting.
and it was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was. Character didn't come off one dimensional at all.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you used, creativity and intuition and stuff like
Yeah.
that a lot. Yeah, I love the attack you did on Dark Legacy, trying to taunt him.
Yeah, that
That's
was
a
fun.
perfect thing to do.
I had another one geared up for Dark Wraith. I was gonna yell at her, see, I told you black doesn't look good on you.
No.
But it was becoming very apparent that trying to take on the dark clones was not feasible.
Mhm.
So we had to kind of abandon that and go straight for the heart. So
Yeah, I was worried about Dark Unity though, with because
yeah, she kind of
bombing us with raptors, just like regular Unity. It's like you look away and there's 15 of those things.
But yeah, it was the one that I was really struggling with and thinking about leading up to the session was how I was supposed to use overcome with my dependency, like the dependency on my suit. And so it was good to be able to try and figure out a way, but I could see that one just being really hard to find a use for.
I think especially in non-combat situations, like the Ben Grimm, I can't hide what I am thing could be used.
Well, absolutely a lot of non-combat things. Like for example, you might, you could stand up in front of a crowd and say, you all, that's angry about something, and you might say, you all have a freedom that I don't have.
Gotcha. So like kind of like play into like the empathy of it sometimes.
Absolutely, powerful empathic play. Because you're really, your character is tragic to a certain degree. I mean,
Yeah,
the character may be lighthearted, but his situation's tragic.
I try and play it a little bit more lighthearted, but yeah, the first line of it is you're a tragic background.
All right, anything for any other stars, like with Brian or Terry? Then we get to wishes, things you'd like to see.
I liked being able to actually do my boost this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
But I'd like to see is what you already said, which is just some more chances to RP.
If there's anything in particular you want to see with your character, because I'm going to be, so I want to put together something that's less encounter for the last two, and more gives an opportunity to stretch the character's legs, play the world a little bit.
A romantic dimension is always interesting. And it's a classic thing for a scientist. It's something that tries to pull her away from her laboratory.
And there must have been Brian. I don't know if you had stars or wishes.
Kind of just agree with what everybody said. Yeah, and have a good time. And, yeah, nothing specific.
Any specific stuff you'd like to see with Wraith more?
No, nothing particular.
Anything for Jake and Terry?
I've kind of got to familiarize myself with Bunker a little more myself, like just the character. I'm not too familiar with the universe itself.
Yeah, there's a lot been written, but I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah. So it seems like Brandon does.
Played the Sentinels card game in all its variations many times.
Good card.
Yeah. It is a good card game, and I played that quite a bit. But
the tactics game, I think, is underrated. They're redoing it, but the couple times I played it, I really enjoyed it. All right, and then Jake, anything you want to see with Absolute Zero?
I have to think about it. If anything comes up, I can just shoot you an email.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, Michael, just to clarify in terms of romance, Tachyon's married.
Okay.
It mentions her wife Dana, but it's still the same sort of thing. It's like, it's something to pull her in another direction besides the lab and superheroing.
Stuff that gets in the way.
Hey, or not, or the other way around.
Yeah.
Being a superhero gets in the way of having a life.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, thank you all very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Michael.
you.
And I'll catch y'all later.
All right. See you.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Bye.